Until we get battery and avionics on, we won't have... so maintenance release done, hour meter checked, rotors untied, visible both ends. So
yes.
we can see that end, we can see that end. Seat belts are on, fastened. Control friction's off.
Okay, so we've got
one there, cyclic friction down there. And just the usual full and free.
Okay, full and free. Collective full and free. Tail rotor's full and free. Cyclic friction is on. Collective friction is on.
Beautiful. The other one we want to check full and free is our throttle. So all the way open, close to idle, push idle release, throttle closed.
Okay.
So for our normal start, we're at idle 15% and we're just going to go
click
to idle release.
So you don't roll it past and down?
Sorry?
You don't roll it past the detent and then down?
Yeah, just come back and then back on too.
Yep. Okay.
You're just going to pull it in really tight and then lock it.
Right, this one's pulling through.
That is a bit of a I'll come in and just so where are we at? Throttle, check idle stop, push to release, throttle fully closed, in red, bold. Landing light off. So landing light's on your collective.
Okay, landing light is off, yes.
We want to check that our engine anti-ice is off. So we've got a 3 little console down here. So they'll always be in that 3 pack, but they could be in a different location depending on the machine. So engine anti-ice in the middle should be off. And the hydraulic system to the right should be on.
Yes, that's correct. It's on.
Our fuel valve on and guarded.
Fuel valve is on and guards in place.
Our instruments reading correctly.
Okay, they should all be reading down the bottom.
Yeah, and it's kind of what we expect. We know, as discussed, the machine hasn't been flying today. So there's no pressure, but there's no temperature. We haven't got battery on yet, so we haven't seen fuel. Torque's reading 0, temp's reading 0, N1's reading 0. They're all reading 0. Altimeter set field elevation, I noticed you've done. Rotor brake, if installed, up and latched. We don't have a rotor brake installed here. If we did, it would be up here. A Jetranger will allow you to start with the rotor brake on. Hence, ensure it is up and latched. There is no cutout like there is in the 44. We can now bring the battery on. Before we do that, I just want to have a quick chat about what was going to happen when we turn the battery on. When we turn the battery on, we're going to hear a really loud horn.
So
there are
mute?
No, we don't want to mute it straight away. We want to check that the horn works. There are 2 horns we're checking for. The first one that we will hear immediately when we turn the battery on is the engine out horn. The other horn we're wanting to check is the low RPM horn. The way we're going to check them is, of course, engine out as soon as the battery goes on, low RPM, raise collective. We've got 2 little speakers up here, one up the top and one just behind your camera. One for each of the horn tones. The engine out tone, the low RPM is a solid tone. So as soon as we turn the battery on, we'll hear engine out. Then we can raise collective, check low RPM. Then we can mute the horn.
Okay. All right.
So there's our...
That's up.
You can hear the 2 tones. Push the collective down, you should hear the other one again. So collective goes down, one will go out. Should be a diddy-did, but there's definitely 2 tones.
I can hear it now.
And then we can hit the mute.
Okay.
Where were we? So not all machines have a caution a caution mute.
Yep.
If they don't have a caution mute, you turn the battery on with the caution circuit breaker in.
Yep.
You would do your horn check, and then you would pull that caution out.
Yep.
Of course, when I pull the caution out, I would have no warning lights. So now, because we've got a caution mute, we can check our cautions. Our battery's on, caution circuit breaker was in. We've checked our low RPM and engine out horns. We want to check the following caution lights are lit. Engine out. Low RPM.
So I'm just turning.
That's right.
We'll flip that off for a moment.
Engine out lights on.
Yep.
Low RPM lights on.
Yep.
Transmission oil pressure lights on.
Yep.
Fuel pump lights on.
Yep.
I have on my checklist here gen fail light. This machine is not fitted with a generator fail light.
Okay.
If we push our caution test button, we can see A, the ones that are working, but B, the ones that we have fitted.
Yep.
So additional ones, airframe fuel filter, IBF filter. That is not a normal one. This is an aftermarket one.
Yep.
We also have Tara chip, engine chip, tranny chip, and an oil temp. We have a lot of spares here.
Yep.
Happy days. Now we want to check our fuel pumps effectively. So we have two fuel pumps, one in at a time. So one circuit breaker in, we can see the pressure. Pull that circuit breaker, goes back to 0.
Yep.
Push the other one in, see the pressure. Push both in, light goes out.
Well, good.
Happy days. So we know they both work. Caution circuit breaker would be out now if we didn't have a mute.
Yep.
Anti-coal switch on. So anti-coal here.
Yep.
Some are hardwired with the circuit breaker, some are not.
Yes.
Attitude indicator, I'm just going to turn that off. I want to conserve the power.
Yep.
Position lights at the moment are also off.
That's the nav lights.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep. I'm just going to pull those for a second just while we chat a little bit more about our start. Identify N1 and TOT gauges and confirm limits. So here's our N1, our TOT, and of course our torque on top.
Yep.
Remembering, first start, it's not hot, so 15% is what we're looking for based on where we are at the moment. So we're going to hit the starter, here igniter, here starter throw, 15% N1.
Yep.
At that point, we're going to open the throttle to idle, introduce fuel, we're going to hear the engine light off. We're going to see this, and now we are monitoring this like eagles.
Yep.
We are expecting to see this come around maybe to just the bottom of the yellow for a normal start. If it's coming up over 810, it's allowed between 810, which is the red line, and 926, faded dot in there, for 10 seconds.
Yes.
It's allowed at 927, the red dot, for 1 second.
Okay.
If it is in that 810 to 926 for any more than 10 seconds, it is a hot start. If it exceeds 927 for more than 1 second, it is a hot start.
So for today's flight, if it gets...
Let's go, say if it goes over the red line, let's just call that our today, but you and I, for today, that's our abort line.
Yep.
If we're going to abort the start, we idle release.
Idle release.
Keeping finger on starter, close throttle.
Bang. Okay.
With our normal start, we've gone 15%, we've kept fuel in, we'll see our first peak, we'll come back, we get a second peak, we should hear the engine start to increase. We're looking for the blades turning by 25% N1.
Yep.
We are looking for the engine oil pressure to start increasing. We are looking for the tranny oil pressure to start increasing.
Yes.
But we don't want to take our eyes off, you know, how many eyes have you got? It's glancing at these to see they're doing the right thing. The blades in your peripheral vision to be able to see that turning.
Yep.
You don't want to give this one up.
Yep.
At 58%, so 50 and little hand on 8 is 58. We're going to say let's just go to 60.
Yes.
The engine is now what we consider self-sustaining.
Yep.
We can take our finger off the starter button with confidence that the engine is going to continue running of its own accord.
Yep. But we continue to monitor to make sure the N2's increasing.
Yeah, well, by that point, yes, we do. But at that point, largely, we're out of the danger zone with reference to our start. So the engine is self-sustaining. It's looking after itself now. So we're past the realm of worrying about a hung start or a potential hot start.
Yep. Okay.
We will need to roll the throttle a little bit through this yellow range.
Yes, because is that where it gets a bounce?
Yeah, and or can get a bounce. But roll it through the yellow range just ever so slightly, and then we can close it back onto the back onto the idle, and it will sit at the above that.
Now we don't want it above 40%
when we're winding it all the way up. When we're winding it all the way up to start.
Yeah, because you don't want it to torque slipping.
Correct, especially sitting on a trolley.
Yep.
All right, 15%.
Yep.
Fuel in. Monitor. Above 810. We're going to abort today.
Okay.
All right, so boost pump's back in.
Yep.
We're all good there. I'll throw this on so we're all on the same page. I'll just throw that on so we can talk to each other during the start.
Now, how can I switch comms from one channel to the next?
You can't.
Right, okay.
A helpful passenger will do that for you today.
Sounds good.
We talked before about the condition of the battery and the starter.
Yes.
So, first of all, we've got all our circuit breakers in, so particularly our igniter and our starter.
Yep.
Just hit that. I'll hit it for you. Have a real listen to how the igniters sound and how the starter sounds.
Yep.
Bit hard to hear when you've got the headset on.
Yep.
I like doing it personally without a helmet on.
Yep.
Because I feel like I can hear it better.
Yes.
But at 15% you tip fuel and nothing happens. Well, the igniters weren't in.
Yep.
And then you just close the throttle and start again. All right.
Okay. All clear?
When you're ready, we're all clear on my side and behind.
Okay. Make sure that's all the way down, which it is.
And if in doubt, then, and then you can go back on. So you definitely ought to release.
Okay. And here we go.
Beautiful. Fire when ready. So starters in, there's 12, 13, 14, 15, fuel in.